guys, welcome to today's video. If you're new here, I'm Leslie. And so today I want to bring you a little video on how to stay close to your grandkids when you live far away from them. What makes me an expert on this? I'm definitely living it. We have a sweet little grandson and he does not live anywhere near us. And so before he was even born, I was trying to think of ideas so that we could form a bond, so we could be close. Because, that's really hard. That is not what I envisioned for myself as a grandparent. I was so blessed and I lived right next door to my grandma, and honestly it was just the best thing. And so in my mind I always thought I was going to have that kind of relationship. But you know what? Just because they live far away does not mean that you're not going to be close. So let me give you some really great tips on how to stay close, form a bond, and just have a really great relationship with your grandchildren. If you haven't already, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And so let's get started. Okay, so number one, if you're able to be in the vicinity of where they live for the birth, that would be amazing. I'm not talking about being in the room when they give birth or whatever. Your daughter or daughter-in-law is not going to want that, most likely. But if you can be wherever they are, it really helps to start to form the bond right off the bat, because you're there for, you get to start seeing them and loving them and be a part of that whole experience. And that was so special. We were able to do that with our grandson. I feel like it made such a difference. We just got to be there from right off the bat, and so I really think that that definitely helps. Obviously, the more often that you can see your grandchild, it helps build a bond. So the more physical presence that you're able to have, that is wonderful. Obviously, sometimes that's unrealistic, if they live 2,000 miles away. But like Jason and I, we try to make, it's been a little difficult with everything that's happened in the world with the coronavirus, but we try to make a schedule of when we can see him and what we could do and that kind of thing. You could definitely do that. Plan a family vacation every year to where you all go somewhere together, or maybe as the grandchild gets older, every summer they get to come stay a week with grandma and grandpa, and it's something that they can look forward to. I personally have thoughts in my mind. I love to fish, and so when my grandson gets old enough to where he can come see us for a few days in the summer, grandma's gonna take him on fishing trips and just stuff like that to give him memories to move forward, so he'll always have those. So something that's super special that you can do, and believe it or not, it's the power of photographs. So I personally, I went and had photographs printed off from the last time I saw my grandson, and I'm mailing them to him. And it's something so that his mom or his dad can show him, and because he's a baby, and so show him, and and be like, here's grandma, here's grandpa, and they love you, and just something so he starts to see us and recognize us, and so that we are not a stranger in his life. Other ways to stay close is probably the number one thing that we do. Right now I am starting to because he is starting to be more aware of who we are. He's recognizing us. He was melting my little heart when we went and visited, because he would reach for me, and I just thought that was so special. So what we do is every week now, you got to use Skype or FaceTime or Zoom or something, but set up video calls with your grandkids and have that interaction to where they can see you, they can, but remember, keep your calls short and more frequent than thinking that they're going to want to talk a long time. Obviously, depending on their age, even as they get older and they're into their teens, they're not going to want to talk to grandma and grandpa for a long time. Keep it really short. Just check on them. Ask them open-ended questions. Don't just be like, how's your day? That kind of thing. Ask them things like, what was something funny that happened at school today? Or give them, something to actually answer. Those are things that I plan to do as my grandchild gets older. Also, as they age, it'll be fun when I'm able to, he's a teenager and I can text him, I can email them. We can have our own relationship and our own conversations where we don't have to go through the parents. And so keep that in mind, but also keep in mind that to not overstep your boundaries. Just have, kind of like a set thing where like you check in on them every once in a while, or maybe they know that grandma or grandpa's gonna call on Monday, and just check in with them. But always having that, and all that always lets them know that you are there for them. Okay, so another thing that is so fun that you can do for your grandkids is you can mail them small packages. I've learned that if you mail small items instead of a large one, like you can mail different little individual small things, that can be a lot more fun for them. And this I'm totally going to utilize as my grandson gets older. He's still kind of little. He doesn't really know who it's from. He doesn't even know what he's, getting. But as he ages, I plan to continue to send him little things so that, just something special. It's fun. Don't be afraid to write them a letter. Put it in a card, something special, and their parents could save them for them, so as they get older, how fun is that when they get older and they can look back on these letters that grandma or grandpa wrote them and think that that's like super special. Another way to keep very interactive with your grandkids is different apps you can use. So in our family, we use an app called Notably, and it's great. So different milestones, different things that he's doing, mom and dad post on there, and it's just for our own little family. So if you have, sons or daughters that aren't big into social media and they don't like to plaster their kid all over there, this is just a little app for all of you guys to be able to see. It's not out there for the world to see, and it's so special because they don't disappear. And it was so fun. I went back and looked all the way through to where my grandson was born, and it's just so fun to look at all those memories. So this is a great way to keep in contact. Something else that I have done that I think that is a neat idea is the recordable books. They have recordable books at like Hallmark and different stores like that, and I got one for my grandson, and I recorded myself reading it to him so that when he's at home, mom can give that to him and let him read it, and he hears my voice. So as he gets older and older, between the photographs, the reading the story, hearing my voice, he's going to know who I am and always, be like, oh, this lady's always been around. When you visit your grandkid, a way to form a bond is to enter their world. What do they like to do? I love right now to get on the floor and play with my grandson. He's into just getting into everything and playing with toys, and I want to get right down there on that floor and do that with him. And as he grows older, maybe he's into riding his bike, maybe he's into playing video games. This grandma and grandpa plan to be right there doing what he wants to do, what he loves to do, because I want to be a part of his world. I don't always want him to, have to do what I want to do. So I think that he would find that really special, and that would really help with bonding. Also, keep in mind that if you're going to take your grandkids on outings, keep it simple. Don't overwhelm them. That can be so you don't want to put negative effects on the visit. You want it to be as stress-free as possible. And it's nice, like I want one-on-one time with my grandkids, and I think that everyone should have the opportunity, because kids interact differently when their parents aren't there compared to when they are, and to give mom and dad a break. If you're able to go have some one-on-one time, it really will help. They have to come to you for things, and you have to be there for them, and it'll really help you to have fun together, and your grandchild might start to see you in a different light and really look forward to those times. So if there's other grandparents that live close by, and you feel like that hurts your feelings because they're getting more time than you are, don't think like that. Every grandchild is going to have a different relationship with each grandparent. And how wonderful is that? That if they have all their grandparents or both grandparents on both sides, that there's that many more people to love them, to be a part of their life, to be supportive, to be there for them. Think about it that way, and you can form your own relationship, and it can be, you have no idea, it could be more special than you can even imagine. I hope so much that you guys found this helpful. I think it's so interesting to get on and read about and watch other people's perspectives on these kinds of things, because sometimes it really can open up your mind to a whole different world of a relationship that you can build. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.